Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. Midday money, folks. It's a Thursday, December the 29th. Welcome on into the show. Sorry, a couple minutes late. We are a couple minutes after the fact. I went in, I was taking a shower, and I'm like, I was going to start shaving. See, I got a little. And then I realized, you know what? It's 10 up. I don't have time to shave. I couldn't do it. I got time for my Red Dawn, old school Red Dawn Wolverine shirt. Huh? Got time for that. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here in the chat. We got the links to the Believe show. Listen, it's live every day, right? We're live here on the YouTube channels, Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. But Apple, Google, Amazon, Spotify, iHeartRadio, that's all after the fact I loaded in. So if you're following on there, one, I appreciate it. You know, I like that. Come on in. The show's a little different than other kind of sports betting shows because it's kind of like a, I don't know, kind of like a call-in talk show, right? Because I got the people in the chat. People want to know what's going on back and forth. So there's that. But again, we start out here. I got the picks are scrolling in the video. We'll get to everything in a second. Let's go. We'll start with the old a recap here at the what's that out by the 135 mark. I got to write it down because I want to add it to the thing. I'm trying to be a little more professional on the beliefs so people kind of know what's there. And who knows, going forward next year, maybe we break it down every game. We put timestamps in. I know a lot of people ask about different games, but that's what the comments are for. That's why I say come on into the live show. We'll start college basketball. We split yesterday, UConn and Boise in a video, 71-57 plus 485. But my premiums, crap day. What am I going to say? That's some strong language from me. Bad day, 1-5. We're still plus money on the year, 193 and 168, almost a dime there. But December college hoops has been a little rocky. Definitely lost a couple units here with December basketball. It happens. You don't win every day. I know people are gonna tell you they win every day. Listen, I don't win every day. It's a long grind, folks. Every day, 7 days a week. Very rarely a day off, depending on what's on the schedule or whatever. But it is what it is. College football yesterday, 2-1. Duke gets there. Texas Tech under, and Kansas money line. I probably, I hate saying I should have put the +3 out there, 2.5. I put the money line. It didn't get there. 60-35 in the video, 2-1 yesterday, plus 23-35. My premium, I just had the Duke under, was the only game I had yesterday as my premium pick. So, winner there. But again, we're hovering around 52% in college football for the year. Not really making much. Nothing in the NBA yesterday. Hockey winner with the Bruins on the puck line plus 2.25. That gets us almost even here. 13-21. Yes, 8 games under 500, but only down $25 because we take plus money. So there's that. NFL, obviously no games yesterday. Baseball, nothing. But we'll have picks for today. Why my other computer's not popping up? I don't know what's wrong here. I've been hitting this little button next to me. I don't know if you hear it, if it's picking up in the microphone. What's happening here? Hi, computer. Come to life. It's not coming to life. I don't know. Well, anyway, let's hit on we'll get into today's picks. Why not? Maybe it'll wake up. Who knows? I'm gonna play with the screen a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, today's picks. Let's start it up here around the 4-minute mark. Let's go. So we'll start in college football because that is number one here in the chat as it's scrolling. Again, 60-35. We had a nice season of college football in the video. Can't complain. Plus 23-35 for $100 play. You're betting dimes. You're up 20,000. So we're plus money here. We'll take it. Minnesota gets a call at minus 10.5 today. This is a game I had bet, a bowl game I did bet. I have a 9.5 on this. It's gone up. As which, we'll talk about this. This will maybe my rant today about betting games early and how they move. So I got that at 9.5. Florida State, the first half here, minus 6.5. First half, Florida State in their bowl game. And Washington to win between 13 and 18 points. We'll go for a big money payday here. Plus 950. Plus 950. Washington to win this one between 13 and 18 points. And when you're up a little bit, you can take shots at this. This is what's having a bankroll is all about. You could say, you know what, I'm gonna. And again, this doesn't have to be if you're betting $5 game, $100 game, 500 a game, 1,000 a game. Not saying just throw dimes on these things or hundreds. If you're betting a quarter game, put $5 on it. Put $10 on it. I'm a volume kind of guy. I bet a lot of games, right? We have what almost 400 college basketball games on the year. NFL we're closing in on 200 games bet for the year. Baseball 1,000 games. You got to have some discipline when it comes to your money management. So Minnesota 10.5, Florida State first half 6.5, and Washington between 13 and 18 points. Get it for $9.50. College hoops, as I mentioned, bad day yesterday for my premiums. Hopefully bounce back. I mean, you got to put the day behind you. I say it all the time. Rearview mirror, tiny. You look behind you, it's there. It's a little rearview mirror. That's what it is. Windshield, the front of the car. Whole day ahead of you. Let's get to it today. 71 to 57 in the video, plus 485. Not too shabby on the season. Again, we're up about 9, honey. So it's all right. We're gonna take a loss every once in a while. Charleston Southern plus 9.5. The Salukis, like these little guys, pick them. South Edwardsville. All right, SIUE, Southern Illinois University. Southern, South. I don't even. I was when I was writing these down today. Like when I write down my picks, I'm like, there's like Southern Illinois, Southern Indiana, Southern Illinois University, Southern, just Southern. So I apologize for my awkwardness when I was coming with this because I'm looking at Southern Illinois on the screen and I see SIU. I had a brain freeze. SIU minus the 10 and a little CS Northridge plus 5.5. Another little dog into the mix here. Northridge. I didn't know Northridge survived the quake. A little entourage for you. No NBA today. No hockey as well. NFL though, we'll bust out a little. First half, Dallas team total over the 13.5. Let's go. First half over 13.5 here. And that's that. Again, it's on Twitter. You got it right here in the chat. We'll go to the comment section. We got some comments rolling in already. So let's get to them. All right, free minds, hitting the like button. My Mafia brother, what do you say? Welcome. Here we go. Fulham. Hold on, Nick. Hold on. I wrote down a couple things for you here. Where's my little sheet that you had from yesterday? Hold on a second. Let's see here. Hold on. I wrote down, here you go. What do we have here? Nick yesterday, Tennessee minus 7.5 as a lock. What happened? And I got to get T-Money too. T-Money's gifts. ECU loser, Fordham loser. I think Missouri did get there though. Gifts. I'm gonna tease you. I don't know who Fulham is. Is that supposed to be Fordham? Michael in the house. Markel is here. Mike, good night. I wish I'd taken the points with Kansas, but still an incredible game. Yeah, wild game there. Crazy. I was waiting for the Kansas outright never in doubt. I had it ready on my phone to tweet out. But I was hoping they'd score first and go for 2 or something. But anyway. Love the Cowboys first half. I want to get in and out, hopefully. Yeah, only way to do this Cowboy game. I mean, I'm not. We'll talk about that. Someone's going to bring it up later in chat. Thoughts on Colorado Stanford here. 2.5. What do I have on this one? I want to say I kind of like Colorado a little bit at the 2 here. Give me the Buffs. Give me Colorado. Here's T-Money. Looking to bounce back today. Welcome, my friend. BYU versus Pacific. It's still a 6. I might lean a little Pacific. I got this right around the 5-ish. Didn't make my cut of games. I mean, I have a few today in college hoops. And a couple, I'll tell you who I almost have today. So I got I got 3, 6, 9 games. And there's a couple I'd almost put out today. And I was going to throw these in the chat, Markel, for almost making them. Merrimack, Moneyline, I like Georgia Southern, Appalachian State, Citadel, UTEP, all all right around to be putting on the card. But when you hit a little rough patch, and I'm going to hit a rough patch, and everybody's going to hit a little rough patch in the sport. And this month has been a shaky, and normally December, like November, is usually a good month for me. I haven't caught bounces. We have some close losses, and as much as I got games today, I got a lot of games. Right? I mean, I went 1-5 yesterday. I'm not going to shy back and be like, oh, I'm going to bet one today, or I got games I like. They still fit my numbers. But the ones that are almost there, like the couple I mentioned, even yesterday, there was a couple games we talked about in here that I sort of like that in bet. And I think they ended up splitting out, which is why I say write down your picks. You don't got to bet them all. Okay. You got to remember one. Oh, I like that game and won. Man, what about the four others that lost? Write down your games. You don't have to bet them. You need a little track record, right? You're worried about everybody else's track record or how you're good for last week. Oh, you're hot the last couple days, the month. Keep track of your stuff. Keep track. Again, there was another 5 I could have used today. I said, you know what? They're close. I just can't. I'm in a little dip right now. Desmond, Sahara Casino roulette wheel section. There you go. I love it. I love it. Spin a little roulette. Do a little how about a little 14 for me? 14. A little 5 spot for me on there. Queens University. Yeah, I like Queens today. I got Queens -6 today. I like them. Michael took first half under 21 in the NFL game tonight. I just feel like Tennessee's going to struggle to score, but it's kind of a letdown spot for the boys. Yeah, I almost threw the over out here for the game 39.5. Based on Dallas, you're off a big win. Dak has not looked good, right? 8 picks in last 4 or 5 games. Nobody's giving Tennessee a shot. This line opened at 6, right? We have Dallas. I got Dallas on the sites at -6, and I haven't changed. And this is the thing. This will be the rant after I do this. So I got Dallas at 6. To my right up, I put it up on the site, and here it is, game day. It's double. Now at 6, I think Dallas wins by 10 to 14 points, right? Just backup quarterback, short week, and the fact that Tennessee doesn't need this game. They need next week's game to get in the playoffs. What are you getting out of these guys? Nothing. You're down offensive lineman. You got a rookie on a short week. You got a Dallas defense. Has been pretty solid. Like, okay. Eagles got them. All right. Do I expect Dallas to give up some points here? Probably. Probably. That's just the way Dallas is. No matter who's coaching them, they find ways to choke out some games. You saw the Jacksonville game, right? Dallas still wins this one. And this is where it comes down to the opening number. And now we'll go into my little rant time here about the 13-minute mark, whatever we're at. Getting down on an early number. Now, I do the Look Headline show, and I'm betting, the lines come out on Wednesday, Thursday, the week before. Wednesday, Thursday, the lines are out, not for that Sunday's game, but for the next Sunday's game. Right? Like we can look into the final week's lines. They're posted. And again, people don't like really doing future kind of stuff, right? You don't have the bankroll to lock out a chunk of your money forget about 6 months on a season bet. But I see it in the Look at Line show. Right? People are like, I'm not betting this. I got to bet NBA tomorrow. I got a live bet. Well, if you lock in a good number and you build a little more bankroll off of those kind of games, you're going to be able to bet more individually every day. Maybe lock a little bit into a futures market. And again, the futures, here I am, old school guy, right? I mean, it was even back in my day, I'd call up, be like, hey, I need another account because as a credit account, right, back then you'd have a line of credit, 5, 10 dimes, whatever it was. You can't have 4,000 locked out for 6 months of baseball season. You put stuff in. You just get another account, and it would just be all your futures, all separate, nice, easy peasy. Now, and people say, "Oh, you don't like using the app, and you go in person and do stuff." If I'm going to tie up 7, 8, 9, 10,000 on an app, no, I'll go in person and do those kind of things. I understand, and I put a lot of futures in. because for 30 years I got a bankroll to do that. But getting an early number, we got Dallas at 6, it's 12. Now we get Dallas at 6. I think they should win, right? This game should be what? Let's be honest. This game should be 27-10, 27-9. Tennessee hasn't scored more than 19 points. I think they scored more than 19 points twice in the last two and a half months or whatever, right? They're not scoring. But now it's a 12. It was a 10. It was an 8, 10, 12 and a half, or 13. Who knows what it'll be by kickoff? Maybe it'll be some buyback thing. Double-digit dog on the road, short week. I'll take a shot. 2010, you get in there on the back door. And do I still think Dallas should win this by 10 to 14 points? Yes. But it totally drastically changes because as a opening number, I'm not looking to lay double digits on the road. That's, it's like the college basketball. I want to lay 21, 27. That's just a pass. This is a game I wouldn't normally look at. It was like we talked about, what was that, Saints-Tampa Bay game a couple weeks ago? Tampa was like a 6.5 point favorite there against the Saints. It went out at 2 or 3. Tampa Bay this week, it was 7. It's down to a 3. You have to, shop around. Have multiple books. You need multiple shops, number one. And newer folks who talk about this during baseball season, 2 sites, Sports Cap'n, winning free picks and parlays, whatever. All the same games, 529 and 514 plus 35.98 on one site, 522, 523 plus 18.23. $1,700 difference, same games, but a push to a win on a total or a loss to a push or just a push or, they add up. And you're going to get that when you have totals in basketball, football, baseball, whatever the case may be. Half points, they add up. Shop around. And sorry for my little rant there, but nice. Who's this? Nice Lens. Both teams to score. What is this? What sport is this? Is this soccer? Minnesota, Syracuse under 44.5. Yes, Syracuse is, right. They're missing a lot of guys. I think the defensive coach left for them. Oklahoma plus 10, 440 for 400 to cash the $8. Well, I'm not really high on this Sooner bunch here. Let me pull up the football screen here because I'm on college hoops, so apologize for that. This Florida State game. Talking earlier, I got Florida -2 here, so I'm happy with my Noles -2. I got a Noles -7 at 10. Would I be betting the Seminoles? Maybe. You got a team that's, let's be honest. Oklahoma had a terrible season. They're 6-6. Guys opting out all over the place. New coach looks bad. And the Florida State team, one, you're facing, granted, 6-6, but still Oklahoma. Big name. 10 wins. Need 10 wins. The coach, I thought this guy was on the hot seat coming into the year. Right? We had him. We had him over LSU out of the gate. We like this team. They scored 40. A couple of 3 of the last 4 games. They're putting up points. I'm not buying Oklahoma. I've seen Oklahoma lay eggs. I think Hurts was a quarterback. That was 63-28 one time in a bowl game or something like that. No, thank you. Took Michigan 20.5, but I actually took it last night 20, now 21. Is this basketball Michigan? Help me out here. Give me a time. Here we go. Central Michigan. He has 21. Again, Markel, I'm not going to come in here and start laying 20s in college basketball. These games don't even get a look for me. I had this at 21. I guess we have a half point. If I bet every game I had a half point edge, we'd be betting, 70 games a day. NBA. NBA, the only thing I kind of looked at today were the Rockets. I thought about the Rockets today. I actually did that with Hannah Mears yesterday. Like the Rockets. You want to take the Pacers here against Cleveland? I could do that. Who else we got here? You said here Raptors and Memphis. Raptors at home as a little dog, right? They have not been playing well. As good as they were at home, they dropped a few now. Now they're 10-7. I don't know if I want to get involved with Toronto. They're kind of slumping right now. Free mind. I got Minnesota. Call the family. Tell them to fix it for me. Got Minnesota for football or for? Oh, they're not playing basketball tonight, right? Minnesota. Yeah, plus $9 on the big win for Washington there. Anthony's in the house. Arkansas up 15, 2 minutes left. Fumble. KU got the ball. TD onside kicks. So what was the? So the bad beat's on the under, I guess. The over was never in doubt. I saw, because we had Kansas in the chat here, and I thought I had Kansas plus a couple points, and I was like, oh no, we got a money line. There's no way we're getting a backdoor here. That's a fun game though. I'm sure everybody watched that game though. Who saw it? I mean, that game was crazy. But again, with Kansas, you're a team that you know they weren't going to fold up. How are they folding? They haven't been a bowl forever. I missed a line on UD as a home dog. Now they switched to faves. Who's this? This Old Dominion you're talking? No, it can't be Old Dominion. Number 11. Who's UD? Delaware? Talking Delaware? Drexel? I mean, what team are we talking about here? UD. Could be a million. Could be Drake, Dayton, Duquesne, DePaul. I mean, who? Denver? I mean, who are we going on? Grand Canyon. What do we got here on Grand Canyon? I got to find Grand Canyon. Here we go, 738. No, sign me up for the dog here. This line's coming down a point. So it's 5.5 down to 4.5. I'm seeing a lot of this, like, and I don't know. I wrote some of these games down, Markel, because I got a number and I look at other people's numbers, people I respect, and different, I guess, modeling kind of thing to say how people come up with their point spreads, and I'm close to their numbers, but then I see this number coming down, 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 and there's a couple like this today. And it's something I'm going to just mark and take a look at, because at 4, Grand Canyon should cover this number. But then it's come down, so I'm thinking I should have took Baptist at 6. Like, it's when it's right on a number, I'm not really taking it. Unless if I really like the way the team's playing, you shouldn't just, well, at least I don't, blindly kind of just bet into a number, right? All right, the number is one thing. I have an edge. I'm betting it. Other times it's not really there, but then I'll dig into team, why I like a team, right? We say it's beginning of the seasons, whether it be NFL or college football or baseball or whatever, any sport. You have teams you kind of look at and think they're going to be good or bad. This one here, I want to lean to Baptist. I mean, give me Cal Baptist. Longwood high point under 151.5. Where's Longwood? Back page here. Added game. 65-30. 151. Yeah, that one hasn't moved a bit here. You want to go under? I guess I could go under with you. Again, J-Rock, I'm not a huge total guy in college. I am a side player more than a total guy. I may have this at 150, right? Not much of a difference. I want to take Troy. Money line Southern Miss, 8 o'clock. Troy. Troy at a +3 has not moved. This one I don't mind too much. Where's my games here? Some of these I kind of looked at a little bit. You want to take Troy? All right, I'm not gonna hate on that. I can't really talk you off on the Southern Miss. Trevor's in the house. Welcome. Fulham soccer. Oh, well, that's not even a real sport, Nick. I have no idea what that is. Stack on the Titans. Titans 13.5. Here we go. So again, now it's a 13.5, right? Excuse me. Although I think I am recovering a little bit. I haven't really coughed too much, but I start running my mouth, and sometimes the cold acts up. We've talked about this already. At 13.5, it's tough for me to say take Dallas. It is, and I already bet them, and it's on the site. I'm selling the pick for $34 on -6. Do I still think they win by 2 touchdowns? They should win by 2 touchdowns. They should. If you like Tennessee and 13.5, you have to like the over. Take the over 39. Take the over as well. Take over 39. At this point for me, I might come in with a middle play here. All right. I'm a little over a dime on Dallas at 6. I could easily come back at 13.5. Same amount of money. And risk a 165, $200 for a nice middle. Dallas wins by 10. I'm sitting pretty. But I don't like hedging, right? What do we say? Hedging's for gardeners? We don't like to do that. Titans. I knew what you're Titan. Taking Howard money line. T-Buddy. Where's Howard? There's Hampton. Howard might be on the back. Added play. Here we go. Against LaSalle. All right. Want to take Howard? Providence? Sure. Small dog versus Butler. CeeDee Lamb anytime. First half TD. Derrick Henry Derrick Henry is not even playing tonight, so I wouldn't really, right? Henry's out tonight, last I checked. Taking all the dogs in football, in college. Mini in college football, 3-1 on my overdog. Well, Mini's not plus 10.5. So you're taking Syracuse. That's Syracuse plus 10.5. Eric, if you're taking all the dogs, plus 10 dogs. That's the Syracuse play. Exactly. This is exactly the game Dallas loses. Richie P's in the house. 38-12 Dallas. I like the over here. I do like the over. Cuse, yes. Cuse's points. David, how are you today? Syracuse under. I like the under. I think Syracuse is not a offensive team. And Minnesota's going to run the ball, right? That's what they do. Minnesota runs the ball than anybody more than except Army or the academy teams. That's how they run. Minnesota should change the name to Minnesota National Guard or something because they play like an academy team. They're going to run. Button push number 9. There you go. James is in the house. Welcome. Tate the Great, Mini, yes. Florida State, yes. Washington, yes. Still off the NBA. Not switch to college basketball. Happy Thursday. Yeah, NBA, again, I like the Rockets tonight. They were 11. Now they're down to 10. They're competitive in their losses. I'll take 11. Yeah. Here's the thing. People are going to bet this game again, if he doesn't play, I think you get a refund, right? The guy has to take the field for a play to be considered a bet. Oh, always read the fine print because they love to get over on you here. I guess it's worth a shot because if he comes in for a play and sits out, they'll hit you with that ridiculous bad beat BS nonsense. Listen, you bet, you lose. That's life. But I if he plays, guy's hurt. Why are they playing him? Oakland defense is garbage. Yeah, FSU better defense, better coach. It's just a good spot for Florida State. And again, if you're betting now at 10, these lines have been up for a month. Why the heck are you waiting a game day to bet? And I'm not saying you get to bet. Have I had good numbers? Yeah. Does it mean I win with good numbers? I've lost with good numbers. Have I hit a couple? I mean, what are you doing betting today? These lines have been out. And to be semi good, you have to be able to, and I hate to like read the tea leaves or whatever, but when we do look at lines, I tell you the games I'd already bet for a week out because I'm thinking of how my games are going to play out on Sunday. Like if I like X on Sunday that I bet the week ahead of time, I'm thinking it's going to play out this way, right? We talked about it before. We talked about like the Kansas City Buffalo games and looking ahead to next week to the Niners and Dallas games, right? Against Minnesota. Take Dallas now. The line's going to go up if they beat Minnesota. Minnesota, no, everybody's going to be down on them. If you want the Patriots, you can get a better number now than later. This is how you have to start thinking. You can't come into it's Thursday. I'm betting what's the line tonight. Come on. Ninjas in the house. Brown Northwestern total open 124, now 128.5. Yeah, it was a 123 last night. And speaking of which, I saw one book had it reversed. They had they had Northwestern as a 13.5 point dog instead of a fave. One of the offshores. Now, there's people out there who you could bet that for what? To get booted out of the joint? Send a message. Your line's backwards. Your line's backwards. Taking a shot for a couple $100. Yeah, this one here, though. Ride that over, right? Why is it going up? See, those are the kind of things. You could be a screen chaser, whatever they call them, right? Ninja. For totals, you want to sit. You get your live lines. You watch a screen. You see numbers kind of moving. If you kind of, again, write them down. You don't got to just jump into betting 27 college basketball totals. Because if you're going to do stuff like that, if you're going to follow different moves and try to ride it and think you're getting on a good thing, you can't pick and choose. If there's 7, play 7. If there's 17, you got to play 17. On a Saturday when there's 115 games, you got to play all 45 of them. Make sure you got that bankroll. Need that bankroll. And again, the discipline part comes in. Write it down. Track it for, I'm not even saying a month. Track it for a week. Track it for a week. See how it is. Cameron took Florida State -7 parlay to the Cowboys. Got Florida State at 7 on a few tickets. There you go. You got good numbers. Dallas 6.5. Good to bet early. And here's the thing. If it goes down, hey, you got a good number. This wasn't meant to be. Is that low total tonight from Vegas just on Monday night to Thursday unders? Or do you agree with total for the NFL tonight? Well, primetime unders are on a credible run, right? They're whatever they are this year. They've been unders. But let's be honest. You have a rookie quarterback. You got best running back in football last couple of years is out, right? Henry's out. Someone confirm this. I mean, I'm not going to start typing in looking for a thing on this. Last I checked, the guy, he was not going to play tonight. He was doubtful. Rookie quarterback, no running game to help him. I think they got 3 offensive starters out on the line. And Dallas defense is pretty good. Right? And you can see Dallas is coming in and going through the motions, right? I think Pollard's out this game, I think, or he was hurt. Can you see this guy? Would you be shocked if this game was 13-3? I can see this game being 13-3. I can see this game being 38-9. I like the over, honestly. I mean, the line, this was an opener. Where's my... This was a 43.5 opener. Went to 41. And now it's down to 39. Why is that? Everybody's out. Yep, I got it. You got to parlay it together. I figured it out. Oh, boy. Nick's coming in with Washington as a lock. Nick Hunt, Washington. I'm hoping this is NFL, but why do I think it's college football? 305. Good day. How are you today? What do you got here? Thoughts of Florida State over 65.5, Minnesota under, Dallas under. Florida State game, 65.5. I'm going to say under because I don't know what we're getting out of the Sooners. Minnesota under for sure. All they're going to do is run the ball. And Dallas, I like the over. See if you get a 39. I saw a 39 and a 39.5 out there. I like the over, believe it or not. Might still come in on it. Yesterday was one of those silly days. I figured those fishy lines didn't move. Yeah, T-Money. I told you sometimes those lines, you either got to bet them all or don't bet them. My bad. University of Delaware. Thank you, Markel. You come in here, UD. I'm supposed to narrow it down to every school that has a D in it. All right, Delaware Blue Hens versus Hofstra. So they're a favorite now. I'd open at a pick 'em. I kind of like the Pride, believe it or not, here. No play for me. That was too close to call. Too close to call. Ninjas coming in. Greensboro Western under 137, huh? I'll go under that with you. Early start time, sure. Canes 3 of the 4 bowl games I say were under as you suggested. Yeah, that's my thought on the bowl games. The quarterbacks leaving are huge, but the sheer number of the transfer portal kids, you lose some of these kids. You lose a starting tight end who's a focal point of your offense, or running back or defensive guys. I mean, you're losing starters, even if you're just losing 7 backups. That's a chunk of your roster. Come on. The coaches are out on planes trying to sign kids and recruits for Christmas. Like, where's the game planning? Eric, not doing Choklahoma. Their team I never back any shape or form. Yeah, I mean, they're 6-6 this year. They had a terrible year. Terrible year. Gonna bet on them now to hang tough. Aren't there guys? Isn't their quarterback leaving? Right? I don't have all the transfers right in front of me. Rob Franklin's in the house. Charleston, mid Tenny. I like Charleston. Give me Charleston. Hold on, let me find it here on the sheet. Where's Charleston Southern? Should be 9.5. Oh, I can't find it on a thing. I need a rotation number. I know it's out here somewhere. Where is Charleston Southern? Well, eventually someone will give me a rotation. I can find it. Yeah, I think they beat Syracuse. I mean, I like the coach. I like Minnesota's coach. I think they're a better team. Syracuse losing some coaches. Come on, Minnesota's going to run the ball. That's what they do. Syracuse defense. The whole team collapsed down the stretch. Give me Minnesota here. What do we have? Down the stretch here, how'd Syracuse finish up? And I thought Syracuse was an underplay. I thought the guy would be canned this year. Started out great. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight losses, and then you beat BC, who was a shell of themselves, and you couldn't cover the 10. No thanks. No thanks here. No thank you, orange. Orange juice for breakfast. That's about it. No orange men for betting. VMI military versus money earning Furman. 19.5. Yeah, this was 18 last night. It's gone up. I don't know. Do I want to take? I like Furman. I don't like laying 20. And basically, come on, you're laying this kind of number. You got to be up a chunk to make sure you hold on to these things. That's why I try to avoid these big games there, Rob. You know that. Chattanooga Citadel. I like the Citadel. I wrote it down. They were a +9. Excuse me. Yes. This was a 6.5 last night. I see 8s and 8.5s out there right now. This was a 6.5. I don't know. I kind of want to take the points at Citadel. It's on my list of almost makes it with Appalachian State, UTEP. College hoops, Louisiana -4. That's a 4 now against Coastal. This was a 2.5 opener. That might be too many for me. I got this game as a pick 'em. Michigan over versus Central, 146. I got no. You want to go over this? It's 147 was the opener. I don't no opinion. Again, I'm not the total guy. Arkansas State, the Red Wolves in Old Dominion, 123. Where is this on the board? Thought Old Dominion was on second half here. Where is it? I gotta go hunt for this. Here, no, that's Oral Roberts. I'm looking for the O's for Old Oakland. Where the heck is Old Dominion? Here we go. Oh, you know why? Because I got a circle around Appalachian State because they sort of like Appalachian State today. What do you got here on this total? 123.5. No, I still like the under. Where do you have the under here? Yes, I'll lean under with you here. Yes, under, and I like Appalachian State. Too many people out for the Titans. A lot of guys out. The Tooch is here. The Tooch was eating like live baby ducks or something on Twitter last week or a couple weeks ago. Welcome home. Well, I don't like gonna crap out a baby duck or something. Mini +5 would be a lock. Yeah, I mean seriously. Get 10.5 with the Gophers against Syracuse. Yes, the Penguins. I do like the Penguins today against Cleveland. Although the lines come down to 6. I do like Youngstown. Why is it down to 6 though, Tooch? Madison, Georgia State at a 5. Again, this was a 7. This is another one. I talked about the Grand Canyon game. Here's another one. A 7 down to a 5, and my numbers have this at like a 7. I'm trying to figure out the move here on Madison. That was one. Who else moved like this a little bit? The Grand Canyon was another one. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm really considering under a Washington Texas game. Texas missing. Yeah, Texas running backs are out. I like Penix. Washington's got a lot to prove here. No, I mean, if you're asking me, do I want to lay 21 with Michigan or take the 21 Central? I'm going to lean to take points. But again, big games like this, Reynolds, it's just not something I look at. There, you got, and I say this all the time. When people come into my show, they're throwing out crazy parlays and teasers and huge faves and let's take money lines. And sometimes those people come back, sometimes they don't. Because I say, listen, that's not what I do. I'm not going to come in here and tell you to take minus 20-something faves, just like I don't tell you to take minus 300 faves in baseball or hockey or money lines. In the long run, you're going to lose that way. And listen, I'm not the smartest guy in this. I'll tell you that. There's guys who bet more than me, make more than me, smarter than me, have degrees in all kinds of crazy math and science and whatever. But I can tell you this as an absolute fact, and any person who's true and does this will tell you betting that kind of stuff is not going to make you money in the long run. And I'm talking minus 21s here, just straight up like this. I'm just talking in general. We're talking about like the crazy parlays and money line bets and stuff like that. You can't do that. And those are just, Reynolds, for me personally, I don't really bet these. Maybe when I was younger, I'd be like, I got to take it. It's a big fave. I didn't know any better. And now as you get older, you're kind of like, you know what? I avoid those. I don't know. Maybe it's my stubbornness. I want to say, you know what? I don't even need to bet those games because I'm better than that. And I'll go to the game that's a 5 or a pick 'em. I'm going to show you how good I am by taking these coin flip games. But this one, again, anytime huge numbers, I always lean to the dog, especially in a spot where it's a in-state rivalry, bigger brother versus a little Mac school, and there's no one. It's New Year's Eve this weekend. We're gonna have 15,000 people in the arena here. No, Henry out. Yeah, I don't think he's playing. I still like Dallas first half. Yeah, I think Dallas first half is a play here for sure. Good afternoon, Sylvester. What do you got here? Thoughts on Drexel and Elon? I think Elon is a bad club, but 11 might be too much here for Drexel. I would lean to the dog. How about it? This would be one where I say take an under. Because I'm pretty sure. Let me pull up some. Where are they at here? CIA. Yeah, because I look at this Elon team shooting wise, just brutal. And Drexel's not much better. I mean, Drexel, you're laying 11 with a team that shoots 41% from the field. I can't do that. I can't do that. As bad as Elon is, I'd lean Elon in the under. Western plus the 5. Yes, like Western Carolina. I bet them. I got Western plus 8 at one spot, and I got 5.5 at another. What advice would give someone to start off cap and college hoops? One, if you're just starting to bet, I'd say find a conference and build from there. Start in one group. Start at one wherever. Mountain West, Big East, ACC. You know what? I take that back. I wouldn't even say like a Big East or a premier conference because those lines, they're going to be tight and short. You got games on ESPN and it's all Americans. They're going to be right on point. Start in a small conference. All right. Start somewhere. Get in the know there. Follow some beat writers. See who's playing. Find a little edge. Check out the conference previews by the people who actually cover the conference, not just the magazines. And I get the magazines. That's bad. I mean, they've got 300 some teams. I don't know all these players. We make jokes. I make jokes about not knowing half these NBA guys. You think I know college players all over the place, especially transferring here, there, everywhere? Start small. And by that, I mean, again, Sunbelt, CA, wherever's home. Start at what you know, what you see every day. Builds from there. Heck, you just want to do, and I don't even want to say this, like, you go see like top 25 matchups. All right. And that's bad to do. But one easy one for me has always been unranked, first ranked. I just blindly bet whoever the unranked team is, laying points to a ranked team. Because the common person, the new person, and there's a whole lot of newbies out there. I see them. I see them all over. Anyway, Idaho plus 12 versus Montana State. I thought Idaho State's playing Northern Arizona. Montana State's playing Idaho. Oh, I'm backed up here. I got I read it backwards. I got Idaho State, and it's Montana. So I apologize. 12.5. You like I like the Vandals. Vandals are a team I bet a few times this year with mixed results, albeit, Rob. We haven't hit them all. But I like that little team. I'll take 12.5. Let's see. How's Montana State been here? How have they played? Where is this game? Oh, man, I don't like everybody's betting Idaho here. Last year, they played a 6-point game and a 20-point game on the road. Then it was a 10 and a 5 and a 22. You know what? I'll still take the points here. I might add this one in here. I might add on a little Vandal action here. Definitely. How about a little over in this game? Maybe these guys could get up a little bit. What's this? 142. You know what? What were you talking? I'm gonna probably have to add this Vandals. Idaho. Let me see. Idaho over. I'll have to look at. I'll put that on my almost list. And what was this other game we talked about? Elon. I'm gonna add Elon to my games today. And Elon under. Let's see. I'll bet both sides, and I'll leave the totals out, and I'll probably lose both sides and hit the totals that I don't bet. Henry definitely out. All right, Markel says he's out. Dallas can put 40 on tonight. First half over. Yeah, I think Dallas is going to score some points here. Maybe they take the wheels off, right? Maybe they take the foot off the gas in the second half. They're like, all right, we're up 24-6, and that's the problem with Dallas. Then all of a sudden the game's 24-17, and you're worried about losing outright instead of forget the back door. They screwed the pooch for you. Markel Higgs, way you threw that paper behind you, got so upset. I mean, seriously, comes in here with this lock nonsense, Markel. Thunder game under. There we go. NBA. Why, Eric? Why NBA? OKC. Where's OKC at? Against Charlotte. 239. Eesh. I'll ride you on that one. You'll be the total guy. I live in Delaware, so call him UD. All right. Yes, the blue hose. I was waiting for somebody to talk about Presbyterian today. Against Campbell. Everybody's got to bet Campbell. I'll take Presby with you there, Bill. FAU North Texas under 123.5. Where's this North Texas game? It's top of the board here. North Texas, Florida Atlantic. Was it 123? Wow, it was 126.5 last night. Going under. Line on the move here. Stay with that under. J Rock, bowl game plan is cash check. That's it. Data great. Oklahoma team total under. Yes. The Tooch. Follow the Tooch. He's on Twitter. Does a little YouTube show. Barroom Sports, right? Barroom Network with Tooch. Mid-10, he's playing Charlotte today. Yes. I like Charlotte. Minus the 2. Wilbur's in house. Syracuse plus 10.5. Wilbur's bringing out he's taking it to the bank sign. All right, Wilbur. Now I see another Wilbur coming up. So the pen comes out for Wilbur just because he's throwing out the money signs. Wilbur King. Money sign. Cuse plus 10.5. I'm going to jump a couple comments here to get down to Wilbur again. Pacers. Now, I'm not going to really ride about I kind of like the Pacers, so I'm with you on that, but I gotta write them down. Province Butler. I got the Butler to do it here. Butler's going to do it. Let's go Bulldogs, Quincy. I bet it myself. Minus 2. Avalanche under tonight on the ice. I'm going to be honest, Arthur. I didn't look at any ice today. I hit a hockey game yesterday, so I was happy because I was on a little slide. And I had an Avalanche under the other day, and it did not get there. I had them as an under, and I think the Flames as an over, and they reversed on me. I will say yes, just because, again, I had the Avalanche under last game. I think they're a defensive team, and they're not going to give up goals. So I will say under. What is it? 5.5? Sure. I can't bet it, though, because they hurt me the other day. So I'm annoyed at them still, but I like this bet, yes. Rob's coming with the Q's. Schrader, backup QB. Is he back at QB? I thought he was out. Maybe he's still banged up. I'm shocked if he's... Well, who knows? Maybe the line will still move. Took Florida State tonight. Bought a point. 134. Nathan, you could have had him at a much lesser number if you bet ahead of time. But I still think Florida State rolls tonight. Over in that Arkansas State game, Red Wolves, Arkansas State over against, who is that? Old Dom, right? 124. He's got the target out for that one. Eric, I know about the under. Both teams play defense. What game was that? What game was that we're talking about, Markel? Here he is, Terry. Let's go wild. If you don't follow Terry, he's got a show. He's with Picks and Parlays family. He's on Winning Free Picks as well. But he's got a YouTube show he does for all the ice fanatics out there. Might be a little biased towards the Wild, but and the Blue Jays. It is what it is. In the Thunder game. That's what he's talking about, Markel. Thank you. 239 is a big number, though, Markel. Washington money line football. Yeah, I mean, it's down from 6 to 3. Take a shot on that money line. I put him in here, 13 to 19 plus 950. Northern Kentucky. All right, so Tyson, I'm going to start with Little Rock here. Where's this game playing tonight, Little Rock? Is it at high school? Did you see their arena collapse? The ceiling fell in. Where's this game being played at tonight? It's a pick 'em. Northern Kentucky. Where are the Norths at? Who do they got? They got Wright State. Who do I like in this one here? This one didn't really stick out, but I'll come up with a side for us here. Well, I might like a little Wright State here. I might like a little Wright State to the action. Wright State beat them. See, I see. Tyson, you want to look at NKU here, right? Short line. Last year they played 72-71 Wright State, 75-71, 73-63, 77-71. All kind of close games. I get it. Let's look at some offensive numbers here. You know what? I still got to lean Wright State here. I'm going to lean Wright State. Wofford, minus 5.5. We like the Terriers. Any kind of dogs we like that, Nathan. Who's Wofford got today? Who they played? East Tennessee? I think they got East Tennessee State. 5.5 now? I'm not so sure about this one. This was a 7.5 now. Now it's down to 5.5. That's a no. I don't know about that one. I think East Tennessee. Northwestern on a teaser. Here we go. We're teasing college basketball. Northwestern 7.5. Here we go. Tate's great. Best advice. Straight bet to make money, parlay for fun. Yeah, sometimes starting to summon Horizon type league. Easier to know teams and trends. Yeah, and nowadays, it's so much out here. Right? You go on Twitter, you can follow beat writers for every team. You can go to team websites. There was team website. I mean, go back 1996. There's no team websites. I mean, there was stuff like that. You looked at a number. You're kind of like, I kind of like this team. You went off of what you saw on CNN Sports back in the day and ESPN, or you got a Sports Illustrated magazine in the mail with a preview on it. Some gambling magazines you'd buy at the 7-Eleven, Sports Forum. I remember getting a Sports Forum magazine back in the 90s. It's like $4.95 or something like that. Mr. X, they had a bunch of cappers in there and Sergrin ratings. That's how I got my start at Sergrin ratings. Northeastern had a pick 'em. Where's Northeastern? Oh, man. Look at this. We're over an hour. I've got to get off here. Here comes Allie Burns. The show's going to come in. All right. I got to wrap this up. We got to wrap this up. It's been a long one. 4-leg parlays. Yeah. Best way to go 3-1. UCLA and college football. That's tomorrow. We'll talk about that. Don's still riding. Don, listen. It's been a bad month of college basketball. I'm not going to lie. We cannot get above water. It's been a little tough. NFL's been still winning for us. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Yes, Rangers, nice signing there, bringing in Evaldi. Titans plus 14. Fade the injury report. Here we go. Hornets, Thunder. I don't care about basketball. Top Shelf plays. Don't you think 7 is too much? What are we talking about for the Clippers? This will be the last one, Top Shelf. I got to get over here because here comes Allie Burns. But for this Clipper game, real fast, where's the Clippers against Boston? Who's out, though? Why is it 7? Boston has been terrible lately. They're laying a touchdown. Do we got Kawhi and George playing here? No, thank you. This is why I can't. At noon, you can't bet NBA this early. But I got to run. Allie Burns up next. Check her out. I have an Allie Burns banner somewhere. It says, there you go. She's on next. Watch her. We'll be back tomorrow.